Hey everyone, welcome to the Alien Evolution mod. Today I'll be showing you how to get this mod, alright? As you can see, we already have all the items and cosmetics from the Omnitrix and more. We're all set and running on Java version 1, 20.1. To get this mod, simply go to Alien Evolution on CurseForge, head to Files, then Mod Loaders, Forge and Anyone, 20.1 version. Click the three buttons and hit Get File. As you can see, it has nearly 500,000 players. It was released on March 19th, 2025, with the latest update on October 23rd, 2025. So it's a mod that literally came out this year. If we check the relations, we can see it requires Architecture API, GeckoLib, Cube.js, Palladium, Penguin, and Rhino. These are all required dependencies, so we'll need to go to Files, Mod Loaders, Forge, select version 1.20.1, click the three buttons and click Get. Do the same for the others. We'll save all these mods in the Windows folder by pressing Win+R, typing %, going to Roaming, Minecraft, and saving everything in the mods folder. I have all the mods here, okay? The 7 mods they require. If the mods folder doesn't exist, right-click, select New Folder and name it Mods. Basically, we create the mods folder ourselves by typing mods. With that, we can start without any issues. Today, on how to find the crashed ship in Minecraft Alien Evolution. This ship is very important, okay? It's this ship right here. This is where we'll find none other than the core, okay? Basically, the Omnitrix. It's the first step to progression in Alien Evolution, alright? And where's the loot, you ask? Well, you may be wondering. As you can see, the ship is in great condition. There are chests around it as we see, but the real treasure is inside, okay? We'll need to go inside the ship where we can find a chest with various minerals and materials we can use, and most importantly, the Omnitrix. So let's head inside the ship, and here we'll find none other than the Omnitrix, the prototype Omnitrix core. This will help us later make a prototype Omnitrix using Galvan circuits and more. Okay, so yeah, it's that simple. How do we find this ship? Well, by exploring. Okay, sorry, that's it. Explore or use the command /locate structure alien crash site. It appears once within a radius of 3,000 blocks, okay? So it will take a while to find. Luckily, it's very large, so when you see it, you'll know, but it is quite rare, okay? So there you have it. Alright, how do you get the Omnitrix core in Minecraft Alien Evolution? Well, the Omnitrix core appears in the crashed ship, okay? And we'll basically find it right here in the center. So you can see it. I'm going to teleport to a new location. Let's set our coordinates and locate the Alien Evo crash site structure. We'll head to the structure we just located. As you can see, it's quite unusual. The first one I found was over 1,000 blocks away, and this one is shaped like this, okay? The structure is very large, resembling a whale shape, and we'll simply find the Omnitrix inside, alright? We just need to get closer, okay? And there we'll find the prototype Omnitrix core. It's that simple. Very well. How to mine titanium and galvan scrap in Minecraft Alien Evolution. We need titanium and galvan scrap to craft various items within the mod, okay? This includes galvan circuits, which are used to make the prototype Omnitrix. So where can you find these minerals? These minerals are obtained in mines and chests found in structures from the Alien Evolution mod. As you can see, titanium only comes in the form of deep slate, alright? So it seems you mine it with deep slate and need a diamond pickaxe, meaning you have to be quite advanced. And then there's galvan. I understand this one is more something you have to acquire. The galvan pot, this won't give it to me, right? Galvan, correct. Indeed, galvan. I understand that we need to obtain it more from chests. We are a bit more obligated to do so, such as in the ship's chest itself where we will find galvan. Galvan is used to craft the Omnitrix workbench, Galvan bot, and a few other things. In other words, we won't need galvan in excess, but it will be useful for making the Omnitrix workbench, which is an essential tool, okay? On the other hand, I don't think titanium is something too difficult to find. Let's do a quick search right now, and I just spawned with the stronghold underneath. Yes, sir. What I do believe is that it will be very challenging to track down. Well, here on the wiki, it tells us that titanium can be obtained under a heart-shaped structure from the Palladium mod, but it can also be found in suspicious gravel, stronghold chests, galvan pots, and so on. To be honest, even though I didn't put it in the wiki, I've been looking around to see if I can find some black rock around here. In the end, titanium ore looks very similar to black rock, okay? I mean, if I take a black rock here and place the ore next to it, as you can see, they're super similar. At one point I had doubts that it would appear in the nether. I haven't found it, I'll say that right away. So it's just a rumor, alright? I haven't found it in the overworld either, so it must be quite rare. So I would focus more on exploring chests and finding structures, okay? Not so much mining as such, but as I said, I haven't found it anywhere. Here, I'll show you the image of the flower so you know what I'm talking about, and all you have to do is dig down. So there you have it. Alright, let us see how to craft the galvan plate and circuit in Minecraft Alien Evolution. Basically, the galvan plate is made with 4 galvan scrap and 1 raw titanium, okay? The galvan plate is used to make galvan circuits and to complete the prototype Omnitrix. The galvan tool also unlocks this sword, which is the same as diamond, so nothing too special. Then there's the galvan upgrade, which you'll have to find somewhere. These tools aren't very important though, but we also have the galvan circuit, which as you can see is made with Omni crystals, and you might be wondering, but how do I get Omni crystals? Well, you'll find them in chests that you come across, okay? You'll also find many Omni shards that let you craft a whole Omni crystal, alright? So you shouldn't have much trouble finding these types of items. Today we'll see how to get the Omnitrix prototype. Basically, after getting all the minerals and resources I've been telling you about, we'll need the prototype Omnitrix core, which is found in this crashed ship right here, okay? We'll find it here. Then, we'll also need the galvan plate, which can be found in mines or in chests from the mod itself. The galvan circuit is crafted with raw titanium and various Omni crystals, which we can also find in chests or while mining. The galvan can't be found in mines, sorry, so that's it. It's that simple. Alright, how do you use the Omnitrix skill tree in Minecraft Alien Evolution? Well, basically we press B, or rather V, to view the Omnitrix tree, and here we can see different configurations, okay? For example, choosing how to change alien. So to open the skill tree, what we need to do is click on powers here, okay? As you can see, here we have the skill tree with the skill points we've earned, okay? Skill points are obtained by leveling any alien to level 10, okay? Then we can use those skill points to get different upgrades and such. Here we can also change the glow, it seems. Look, the glow of the entire interface and also the Omnitrix itself. You see it's transparent now. Honestly, I don't like it at all. Not gonna lie, okay? We can change the color if we want and also change the secondary color. Let's see, if I change the color to red, wow, see how it looks, Let's set it to yellow, there in green, because otherwise, and that's how we can access the skill tree. How can we level up the Omnitrix in Minecraft Alien Evolution? Basically, the Omnitrix bar increases when you use an alien. Let's select any alien, for example this one. Wow, they really sold me out here. We have some abilities, right? Like the B key, M is a dash, and N lets me climb. Store, there it is, sticking to the wall. So basically, in theory, if we fight with the alien against something like a zombie, we use its abilities, although they're not really that. I mean, what a lousy alien I got, man, okay? We'll keep gaining experience, okay? And with this experience, we'll level up the Omnitrix. So, to show you, if we go to powers, it tells us under skill points, get an Omnitrix skill point by leveling any alien to level 10, and it just took away my transformation, come on, and won't let me use the Omnitrix. Great, it's taken it from me. Well, it basically said that destroying creatures would raise our level. Theoretically, the level appears down here, but if not, open it, and where it says powers, you'll see the aliens interface. Then we just click it and we'll have it. Hey, how to unlock or remove the Omnitrix in Minecraft Alien Evolution? Let's say we put it on accidentally. Well, as you can see, the Omnitrix itself has different keyboard shortcuts, and one of them is, it's the B key, okay? And as you can see, we have to enter a code, okay? And with this code, we basically need to input it correctly so that the Omnitrix unlocks itself, okay? So where do we get this code? Basically, we'll get this code in creative mode from different structures through these code tablets, okay? So when we obtain a code tablet, okay? That's found in the structures of the mod. This code tablet will give us different codes. As you can see, it's the self-destruct code tablet, okay? So we'll activate them, okay? As we find them in the different structures of the mod. And as we can see, we have a bit of the code right there. The first is 1, the last is 5. Then we have the third, which is 8, the second, which is 7, the fourth, which is 4, and we're missing the fifth. And we don't have the fifth one, right? 1, 7, 8, 4. So the fifth, for example, we haven't figured out yet. Ah, it was 6. Well, it was 6, okay? So now we memorize the sequence. 1, 7, 8, 4, 6, 5. Okay, there's our number. I think each world will be different, right? So let's press B and go over there, okay? We enter 1, 7, 8, 4. Now let's go to 6, now to 5, okay? And that completes the challenge. It says the countdown begins. So if the countdown has reset, that means we did it correctly, right? Now the count just restarts and we've basically earned the achievement, okay? When self-destruct activates, I guess it'll take some time. Not sure, but there's nothing else to do. Alright, how do we activate the base form once we've already transformed? How can we reactivate the base form? Well, if we have the Omnitrix, right? Let's go to powers. Here in skill points, we have this ability called function, base form. It says it transforms the Omnitrix timing at your pleasure, so we simply need to get the skill points, okay? I don't know if there's a command to get them. It doesn't seem like it. And with these skill points, unlock the ability, right? The base form. Do you want to unlock this ability? Boom, there it is. So it's that simple. How can we change aliens while transformed in Alien Evolution? Well, basically, we would go to the powers section, okay? And we should unlock the change alien ability, okay? Which is basically this one here that's quick change wheel. It says quickly swap between alien forms without needing to become human. And we should activate the quick change wheel keybinds, okay? Within the controls and keybinds section. So we should unlock these 2 missions that cost us 2 points, and then I understand that 2 others aren't. That's how you would unlock those skill points. Skill points are earned by leveling any alien to level 10, okay? How can we remove the Omnitrix core in Minecraft Alien Evolution? Well, it's done with the core removal, okay? Remove the Omnitrix core to disable self-destruct or replace it with another. This is basically used with B then M, theoretically, but we can check the keyboard shortcuts easily. It says that currently it doesn't have a practical use, okay? But it's designed for future Omnitrix like Ben 10,000 or Alien Force and others, okay? I recommend not using it because you'll end up self-destructing what you have. How do you activate failsafe mode in Minecraft Alien Evolution? Well, basically, we go to the skills section and look for the failsafe skill, okay? This prevents random transformations, which I believe is this here. Master control code, will revoke, master control, and so on. This lets you get your chosen alien. For example, if we want fire, we get fire. This is really useful for controlling the Omnitrix during combat in Minecraft Evolution, okay? Then there's another type of Omnitrix, which is the codeable one, the master control. And I understand it works with this, okay? If we enter the master control code, we unlock it, okay? To unlock it, just right-click on each table. You'll collect these as you explore, and they give you bits of the code, okay? With that, you can unlock the master control without any problems. Alright, how do Galvan pods work? Well, basically the Galvan pods, the capsules, spawn with loot, okay? We can find them inside the structures from the Omnitrix mod itself, okay? And look, here we have a flux crystal cluster. We also have Omni shards around here, okay? And a house if we want to live in it, because why not? Here we also have a ready-made building, I'll take it, make my home and sleep, right? They also give us the Omnitrix power range, which helps us unlock the Galvanologist, okay? Anyway, that's a bunch of info that has nothing to do with the Galvan pod. Just know that in these structures you can get this Galvan, which is basically part of one of the mobs or existing aliens. And yeah, they're just loot. I'm going to find the Master Control stronghold. And well, to get the Master Control, we need to find this specific structure here in the Ben 10 mod, okay? It's a structure that... The stronghold is a massive underground structure with tons of loot, workbenches, and the Master Control tablet in the central area. You find this structure by locating this mini structure first, which is extremely rare to find. I found one structure at minus 1,456 coordinates, and it was 10,000 blocks away. That means there was only one in a 10,000 block radius, so it's incredibly rare, okay? Once we find it, we just need to go down, okay? And here we have the entire structure, okay? Inside there's a ton of loot, just so much stuff. Obviously, it's a super complicated structure to find, and clearly they reward us with good loot, right? I've spawned this guy here. We have more loot here. Okay, more loot. The funny thing is that the dungeons themselves are designed for players, not aliens, which I don't really like. I mean, look, here we have a Galvan pot, right? And the cool part is that right in the center of this structure is the code tablet, the master control. The code tablet, when you click it, actually gives you a code, right? One of the 6 you need to activate. It's kind of crazy that the structure is so rare because you don't need just one tablet, you need 6, okay? So, well, you get it here. Good luck, alright? Not sure if these creatures give you anything. They don't even show how much health they have, honestly. Let's see, wow, they drop Omni Shards and Galvan Scrap. Wow, this is totally overpowered. This structure is completely broken, I'm telling you. When you're here, set up an Omni Shard farm and call it a day. But honestly, finding this structure is pure luck. Without commands, you're looking at a 10,000 block radius search. I mean, that's insane. So yeah, oh, the barrels have loot too. My goodness. Well, I'll tell you, it's packed with loot, okay? The only thing missing would be stuff inside the smokers too. And the pots, you know what they contain. Seems like nothing, but anyway, so yeah, this is the structure and it can also spawn these guys here. Let's see, these were the bigger ones. It's not the same, right? Exactly, they're not very strong. It's not a difficult structure at all, just hard to find. So that's it, simple as that. How do you get the self-destruct tablets, the code tablet? Well, they can be found in none other than this structure. We're seeing a clear pattern with Ben 10 structures, which is that when you find them, you need to go downward. Now, not with this one, okay? This is just a house with nothing underneath, right? Exactly. But with the one I'm about to show you, yeah. So we found this structure here, which is the blast chamber, okay? it already gives us some small chests and we head downward, okay? Just below the structure, we'll find this other one, which is much more interesting, with a generator that spawns zombies and husks. And we have this Galvant loot, okay? Which is very interesting. We have these chests, we have a bit of TNT here, okay? Look, these husk mobs that spawn here will drop Omni shards, okay? Another chest, more TNT. And well, here we'd have the table, okay? Which for some reason disappeared after my game crashed. I love that. So yeah, it's that simple, okay? That's how we get the tables. The only problem is we're going to need 6. Well, let's see. We can get 5, okay? 0 or 4 and figure out the rest, because as you can see, there are 6 digits, okay? So the missing digits, simply the last 2 missing digits, we can just try them out and that's it. And that way we don't have to explore as much, for example, okay? But it is true that maybe we'll have to get 4 digits, okay? So yeah, we'd have it there. And well, there's nothing underneath this, okay? So that's everything. How can we customize the colors of the Omnitrix and the Omnitrix with Omni crystals? Okay, let's go find them. As you can see, there are different colors. Let's take the most eye-catching ones. Red, blue, and yellow, okay? Well, and the green, right? Green? Oh, or lime. Or it's lime. Green or lime, right? When we have these Omni crystals, basically, we should get an Omnitrix workbench, which you can find in this structure here. I'll show you, okay? You can get it from that structure, or you can also craft it, okay? It has a bit of special crafting with Galvant's craft, but it's not that complicated, okay? That depends on us. So, basically what we do is, as you see, if we place the Omnitrix here, okay? It lets us color it, okay? So we put red there, we make it red, or we can put it on that outline. There it is, as you can see, okay? The outer part should be blue, then the bottom with yellow lighting, then red lines, and this more. Look, we'll make this more red, this more bluish, and come on, let's finish coloring everything else. There we have our ugly, ugly, ugly Omnitrix, okay? And when we equip this Omnitrix, we'll be able to modify it, okay? So obviously, for that, we would need to take off the Omnitrix, right? It's important that we have the ability to remove the Omnitrix to disable self-destruction and such, or place it before making modifications, but it's not a big deal, okay? I'm telling you, it doesn't look very, very cool. On the other hand, there's something much cooler. We can customize the color right here from powers. If I make it bluish and hit play, it changes, see? You can see it changed for me. I think that's a customization you can do quickly and looks way better than how ugly the other option is, honestly. Very well, let's move on to the evolutions. How does it work? Fantastic. The skills and combos that we should obviously unlock through powers and skill point. Alright, these are all the skills we have. First, we have Shadow Strike, which says right click to manifest the shadow form. Okay, so we right click and perform a kind of dash, got it? Then we have intangibility, we become immune to damage. After this phase, we can become invisible with V and get +1 attack, +4 defense, and take gas form. It says, while intangible and flying, transform into a cloud of gas to move quickly. This is what I showed you earlier, possession. While intangible, possess and control another entity. Attack +1. The Tentacle Scare, which basically exposes the tentacles to frighten enemies by damaging and blinding them. And then the Tentacle Strike, which basically uses the tentacles to deal high damage and such. So you can see it, the V makes you invisible, okay? Then we have the B, okay, which does this tentacle thing that scares you. Then we have the N, which does this pretty cool trick here. Let me see if I can do it again. The N, the N, boom, boom, okay? And then we have the M, which I understand is the possession ability. I can possess a warden, for example, or not. If I switch to survival mode, let's see the view. In invisible mode, I can't hit, but I'm invisible and it still sees me. By the way, with this creature we can fly, okay? I mention it as a fun fact. We can't pass through blocks. Maybe with the M we can, huh? With the M we can go through blocks. Right, of course, okay? With the M we can go through blocks and stuff. Okay, now I understand. So yeah, it's that simple. How can we use Galvan? Basically, it has a set of attack. Primarily the B button, which attacks with the tongue. We have which gives us a mini jump. Well, not really. Well, a small hop forward, as you've seen. Then we have N, which lets us climb and hang on to surfaces. A bit strange. And then we have V, right, which lets us, well, it allows us to craft. For example, the Galvan armor, Galvan plate, Galvan circuit, iron ingots. Let's grab those. Let's see. Galvan plates, Galvan circuits, and iron ingots. Alright, so we press V, click here, and it crafts the armor, okay? We unequip or break it, and what does the armor do? It unlocks N, which is basically night vision. And that's it, seriously. Let's see if breaking these reveals anything else. Okay, it unlocks night vision for us. What else? Right, we have this. It gives us more height and better jumping. I understand that this suit, basically what it gives us is, it says, a very durable mech suit with high defense inspired by the technology of the ancient mecha ingot. And then we can destroy this and move on. My question is, do I have to craft it every time? Once I've crafted it, I have it forever. Okay, cool. And then we have the machine suit, which basically needs machine pedal, machine panels, and galvan plates. Okay, let's see. Yes, we'd need all of this, okay, to craft it. And we have this other suit that basically gives us the possibility of, it says, this is the durable one, right? With high defense and all that. And the other is an exoskeleton that extends your blocks and your reach. That's it, okay? This is what this alien does. It doesn't have any evolution or anything, okay? I don't know how durable this suit is, okay? There, you've seen that it has taken a little bit of damage off us. So yeah, it's that simple, okay? That's how this alien works. Alright, what does fire do? What are its abilities? Well, I have to give you some bad news. Fire is broken, unfortunately, for some reason. Well, you can see, I can move like I just did, right? When using fire like this, okay? To move around. The problem is that, for some reason, the fire particle is bugged, okay? I don't understand why. I've seen others play the mod without bugs, so we can assume it's not a problem with the shader, it's just that the texture is missing. That's why it looks like this. But hey, we can still fly, right? We also have the ability to make a flamethrower. We can throw a literal fireball, okay? We have the N and M keys, got it? I'm not sure if this tree thing was from N, I think so. Oh, it was actually M. The M key creates a small wall, okay, which we can set on fire. Yes, indeed. $1,000,000 question. Do these flames burn the opponent? Well, I don't think so. They just look cool for flying, and that's it. Let's see. No, they don't burn, okay? So, on the other hand, let's go check out the skills, because they can be unlocked, but you can see the texture isn't there. It has nothing to do with the shader. We have particles, base attack, base defense, metanoid body. And then we could start unlocking the abilities there. I think it's still a work in progress, okay? I get that feeling because I don't have any way to level it up, but it looks awesome. Flying with it feels incredible. So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Alright, today we're going to be talking about Petrosapien. Basically, how this alien works within Ben 10. So, as you can see, we're already at level 10, okay? And we have a bunch of powers here that will unlock, and as you can see, there are many different abilities. Petrosapien, as you know, is the one who can generate crystals and such, so let's take a look at the abilities. First, we have crystallokinesis shards, where we can hold right-click to shoot crystal shards, okay? Like this here, as you can see, we're shooting the crystal shards. Then we also have the ability to create a high crystal pillar to gain height, form crystal structures, okay? We can also summon damaging spikes and enter battle mode, transforming our hands into swords and shield. And finally it says, while you're crouching, activate your defensive burst by pushing entity. Okay, so let's start with the V. The V is this right here, okay? We can use it as long as it doesn't run out. As a side note, we can break it instantly, okay? Then we have the B, which is what I told you. A shard going upward, okay? It will break automatically over time, as you've seen, okay? Then we have the N, where the sheep was. It heard it. The N basically sends this spike over there. This, I repeat, is going to break, okay? It will eventually break like everything else. And finally, we have the M, which puts us into combat mode, okay? Let's press it, and now I have, as you can see, a sword with which I can hit monsters. I'm taking away quite a lot of heart. Not sure how much damage I'll do to you. Oh, it's also true that I have the door effect, excuse me. I don't know how many hearts it removes, but we can see it's quite a few, okay? So note, we can't hold any items in hand important, so we'll need to remove this mod to hold items. Not much else. This is the creature. Alright, today I'm going to teach you how to use XLR8, okay? Or the Kineselerin, whatever you want to call it. And basically for this, we're going to open the inventory, okay? We'll get all the skills first, which we can level up to 10. And basically, this is a creature related to speed. We can already see it there, which allows us all these abilities. So, as a passive, at speed 2 or higher, we can run across water, okay? Interesting. Wall run, okay? Attach to a vertical surface and look up or down to basically move along the wall itself. We have the slide key, which is a dash that deals damage. The split barrage, where we hold right click to lock onto enemies and fire lightning. And speed cyclone, which creates a tornado that damages everything inside and boosts speed. Now at the maximum level, we move by default. If we press V, we can increase this speed and unlock ability. From level 2, as they told us, we can move above water, okay? So we can move faster if we want, right? Up to level 5. So now we have quite a few abilities here, like B, okay? Which is a small dash, as you've seen. Oh no, it's the tornado. Sorry. B is the tornado, meaning everything in here goes to sleep, okay? Everything inside the tornado. Then we have M, which is the wall run. That basically lets me grab onto a wall, look up or down, you know? The thing is, going so fast makes it complicated, right? It needs to be a very long wall because this wall, I don't know if it counts. Look, there it is. It just did it. Basically, jump higher, okay? It's quite complicated to do this here. I'll look for a flatter surface, but I doubt I'll find one knowing how Minecraft is. Look, that one over there will work. So, with M activated, you look up and it happens, okay? The wall jumps up. And finally, we have N, which is the dash, okay? N is for dash. We go to an entity like this one here and do the dash. Boom! Theoretically, we've taken a lot of its health. So that's how this alien works. I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, let me introduce you to Forearms, or rather Tetraman. Basically, this creature here is already at level 10, okay? Let's take a look at all the abilities we can have. Let's unlock them first. As you can see, first of all, we have 3 health bars, okay? 3 full health bars. Here are the abilities. First is Leap, which lets you jump backward, then Sonic Clap, which is joining both hands to create a sonic boom. The ability to grab and throw a mass ball with right click plus 4 attack. Hold right click to join hands and reduce incoming damage, more damage. The tornado hook, which says spin to create a powerful tornado that damages nearby entities. And seismic slam, which basically means hit the ground to deal massive damage. And we can also scale surfaces by looking up and down, theoretically, okay? As you can see, look how fast this creature moves, okay? I don't know if it takes much fall damage, doesn't look like it, okay? But man, it moves quickly, huh? I mean, seeing this creature coming after you can't be very fun. So if we press V, we pick this up, okay? As you can see, from the ground. If we right click, we shield ourselves, okay? This way we take less damage. If we press B, we'll start spinning and dealing damage to all entities around us, okay? Then if we press N, we do the seismic clap. Wow, that clap though. I'd like to find a creature to show you just how much damage we're talking about. Well, I can summon a warden, right? Let's see, take this clap, seismic clap, 10 health gone. Ow, 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 wait, he's going to hit me. He's going to hit me back. Then we have M, which basically, theoretically, does a leap. We can charge it, you know? Upward, boom. But when landing, what? The problem is that this ability is tricky, isn't it? Well, it's useful for jumping, basically. Now we can charge it. The ideal for these jumps is always 45 degrees. Though it doesn't seem like it, huh? And yeah, this is what Forearms does, okay? It also looks like it hits hard, and it's that simple. Alright, how can we use the flying or aquatic ripjaws? Okay, within the Ben 10 mod. Well, basically, we're going to unlock all the abilities first, okay? And we're already level 10. You already know that to level up, we simply need to defeat mobs, so let's take a look at the abilities. The first is Leap, which is the ability to jump. We have Aquajet, right? While sprinting, you propel yourself and damage entities in your path. Then we have Bite, okay? Bite basically damages entities. It's a bite attack, right? Whirlpool is a tornado or vortex that damages entities underwater. It gives us +1 attack. Tidal Wave shoots underwater projectiles that push everything in your path. We have Slash to hit multiple entities with your claws. Surface climbing, okay? This is on land where basically looking up and down we can climb, and the Tail Whip, which is on land, does a flip, okay? Using its tail to deal damage. So there we have the bite. As you can see, I move super fast, okay? Important. Let's use the bite on these, see if I get it right. Boom, little bite. Well, no, it didn't kill it. Then we have the vortex, okay? Which basically, as you can see, starts spinning and everything inside dies. In this case, the fish that are now gone. Then we have the N key. When sprinting, we unlock the N, okay? It's a kind of dash that crushes everything in its path. Like these fish, for example, or those dead fish, okay? And then we have M, which basically underwater lets us push everything in our way or whatever we target. I understand it's a skill that you just push, and that's it. Seems like it is. Then out of water, we have N, which is for climbing. The B button, watch out. Let's see the B. Boom. How much? 5 hearts, huh? Not bad. Obviously, this needs mastering. It's my first time using it, okay? I'm saying this so you have patience, alright? And then the bite. The bite, which takes more than 5 hearts. The bite takes almost 10. So there you have it. I also understand that the point of using the M also... we can do a leap too, okay? A small jump. I understand that the cool thing about B is also moving faster, okay? And remember, it's a marine mod, okay? It's not made for moving on land, but in water. And as you can see, we go super fast. So that's it. It's that simple. That's how it works. Well, here we have Ultra T, also known as Galvanic Mechamorph. And what does this mob do? This mob, this alien evolution, right? Let's first unlock all abilities and see a bit of what it does. It's actually super cool because this one, if I remember correctly, adapts to any type of creature. But let's check out what abilities this mob has. So we have Stretch and Punch, which extends your hand with right click. We have Glide, which says crouch, meaning duck in midair to extend your body and float, and floating, basically gliding. We have Technological Possession. Activate it while on top of compatible tech to merge with and enhance it. It works on a lightning rod, okay? Liquid form, right? More attack, more defense. By a powerful we can shoot a laser and spike hand. Oh, it's not that impressive, is it? Well, let's check out the lightning beam. The lightning bolt is V. It has no effect. A bit disappointing. Theoretically, right-clicking extends our hand. Let's see how far it extends. Right-click, well, not much. Then we have N, which gives me these more intimidating fists, okay? And then we have M, which works on a lightning rod. Let's see, lightning rod function. Do I need to stand on it, or... Okay, I'm on top of it, and now what? I transform into a small creature that shoots lightning. Take that, and how far can it reach? As far as I want. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I wonder if I can transform into more things. Let's see, only on the lightning rod, right? There's only that transformation. Okay, E, and then there's B, right? Which transforms me into liquid form. I don't quite get the point of this. I guess the point is that my hitbox transforms, right? Let's see, my hitbox becomes super thin and I can go anywhere. I can't hit mobs in this phase. Well, that seems pretty useless, huh? And then there was another thing we could do, right? If I remember correctly, it was crouch. He crouches midair. Let's see. Boom. And you glide. Okay, we glide. Okay, let's teleport. Sorry, I was having some issues. We crouch and start gliding. Yes, sir. You know, for how powerful this creature was in the series, it seems underpowered here. I understand from the mod creator's perspective though, it crashed on me. Having to make a transformation for each creature must be pretty intense, so we'll let it slide, but just this one. Alright, let me introduce you to the Amphibian. This Ben 10 creature that currently has, well, it doesn't have any skills yet, okay? It's still in development, not yet. It's not fully developed, but the mod creator is already showcasing it to us, okay? We can fly with this creature. The flying animation with double space already exists. We won't have any way to level up with this creature, okay? As you can see, I don't gain any experience no matter what I defeat. It says, gain skill points by defeating mobs and such, but well, and I can't access the skills menu either, so nothing works yet. But hey, it's a way to preview future mobs we'll be getting and see how they'll be. Alright, today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite aliens. Okay, this one, the alien cannonbolt. Okay, so we're going to look at its abilities a bit. I already have it leveled up to maximum. Okay, we have here the Arburian Pelarota. Well, I don't think anyone's ever called him that in real life, but let's upgrade everything, okay? And basically we're going to check out the abilities a bit, okay? The first ability is being able to roll, okay? Increasing resistance and being able to build more momentum and roll faster and faster, okay? If we roll over entities, we'll inflict damage on them. We have the, well, ball form, okay? We can launch ourselves from the air and hit the ground with explosive force. In ball form, we can also do a quick speed boost. We have the leap, which is basically a jump. The boost basically lets us win, basically increases damage to entities we run over. We have the ability to block and reduce damage from incoming attack. In ball form, we can automatically target and chain dash attacks through entities. We can jump on opponents, move faster, and grab entities to carry with us, okay? Well, question here is there any mob? Okay, let's look at the rules a bit. Let's see, first is B for cover, which I don't know why isn't right click. Then we have N, which is basically this crushing move, okay? Boom, let's see, good. Boom, okay. Then we have V, which is the ball transformation, where theoretically we go faster and faster. If I use space, it does a kind of dash, okay? If I pass over them, theoretically there's the damage, okay? Ah, well, it sunk them. Okay, so we have the B, which is this kind of jump where we're going to destroy everything on the ground. Very good. Let's see. Boom and brutal, huh? Then we have the N, which is this dash, okay? And then the M, which is another dash that we can maintain over time. You see it, right? It's basically increasing speed. Oh, and the N is for attacking multiple targets, okay? If I now wait for the N to charge and go here and use the N, okay? Boom, 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 boom. And I attack multiple targets at once. Well, we should be aware that this is one of the most overpowered mobs, without any doubt, okay? And that's it. It's that simple, okay? Hey, I hope you liked it. Alright, today we're going to talk about the mod, or rather the Alien Evolution mod, which includes the Crystal Sapien. The Crystal Sapien is another monster that doesn't, well, it has a little bit of development. As we can see, we have no way to gain experience, right? I mean, no matter how much we attack and get experience from mobs, if I summon a warden now, right? You'll see it's not true. It gives me no experience and it says it's under construction, okay? It's a work in progress, but I wanted to show you because it's cool to see what's available. And it says alien physique, right? Due to the alien physique, armor made by humans doesn't fit you, okay? We have quite a powerful attack here. 769 attack, 20 health, speed 10, okay? I just wanted to show the model because it looks amazing. If we double jump, nothing happens. We can crouch. The animations and model are done, but that's it, okay? We can't do anything else. I just wanted to show the model because it looks amazing and to encourage you to try the mod, okay? Hopefully by the time you see this video, this alien is already included and you can play it. Alright, let me introduce you to Dragonoid. And well, yes, this, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Bakugan, right? But it's in the Ben 10 10 mod because there was a collaboration between Ben 10 and the aliens. And I have to show you this one too, okay? So Dragonoid doesn't have his abilities developed yet, alright? But basically he's an alien in the Ben 10 storyline because he was captured and imprisoned by the Forever Knight 1,000 years ago and was attacked while mapping space. His universal translator was destroyed and his ship captured, but he escaped with Ben's help, who helped recover his ship. But after talking with him, he went back to his ship, to his planet, to escape the Forever Knight. Well, in my opinion, I think it's a bit excessive to include this creature. I understand it's part of the story, but I don't know. There are more aliens. I would have prioritized adding the aliens that already exist, and then if we want to add an Easter egg like this, no problem. But I say this because this model must have taken quite a bit of work. It's really well done, frankly. It's effort that could have been spent elsewhere, but I understand the guy enjoys modeling. On the other hand, we can fly, so he did put in the work, right? So it's pretty well developed. We can fly and everything. So anyway, I just wanted to show it to you guys. The creature is huge, okay? I don't know how much damage it does, no idea. It's so big that even moving with it is tedious. And we can't hit mobs because we don't have enough reach, so we can't break blocks either. Interesting. Let's see if this creeper will come close enough to explode on us. Let's see. Well, no, it doesn't even reach us. As you can see, the hitbox isn't well designed, okay? Well, the hitbox is, but the movement itself doesn't feel fluid. But hey, it's a work in progress, right? What do you expect? So anyway, I'll leave it at that. Alright, so here we have the Lepidopterian from the Ben 10 mod, and it looks amazing. This one actually moves. I mean, look at how its antennae move and everything. These small details really add up, and this one has all the complete abilities. This was one of my favorite aliens. You'll say, were all of them your favorite? Yes, exactly, indeed. So we have different abilities here, like toxic gas, which is, well, basically toxic gas, right? A toxic gas cloud, plus increased flight speed. Slime shot, which fires a projectile that slows and weakens entities, can put out fires, and is also flammable, so it can burn. Okay. Then we have the pickup ability, which lets you grab and carry entities while flying. The sonar pulse vibrates the tail, emitting ultrasonic frequencies that reveal nearby entities. And then there's slime spit, which basically slows down and damages entities when used. So let's see if I can fly. We can see that the flight speed at maximum level is quite fast, and I'll try to find some little creatures around here. There, we have some cows, right? Now let's press V. See there, it applies this negative effect, okay? Then we have B, right? B damages them. It's like a lightning ray that we can hold down. N is for the toxic gas cloud. And then we have M, which is theoretically for the tail function. See, oh look, the tail feature basically shows me mobs nearby, right? See M. Watch out, if we fall into water, we're in trouble. Careful, careful, careful. Oh my goodness, yes, we're done for if we fall in the water. Don't fall in. In fact, when I go out, they don't even let me fly because I'm like wet. Do you see those particles? I don't know when this effect will wear off, but yeah, I can't fly. Now it lets me. So anyway, this is the creature. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Well, it's true that it's not too overpowered, but maybe for fighting flying mobs or running away from situations and dangerous stuff, it could be useful, huh? I'm not saying no. So there we have it. Theoretically, we could grab mobs, but I don't know how to do it. It doesn't explain it. I don't know if it's with crouch. Oh yes, with crouch, let's see. I don't know, no, it doesn't seem to let me. No, I don't really understand how it worked. It doesn't say how, so I have to guess. It seemed like, well, I don't know how to do it, but theoretically we can grab mobs, okay? Theoretically. So anyway, there you have this creature. Alright, let me introduce you to Sonorosian, okay? Another work in progress from the Ben 10 mod, but I just had to show you. It has the ability to fly, and as you know, in the Ben 10 series, Sonorosian can duplicate himself and make lots of noise, right? That is literally shooting beams of sound. Theoretically, we already have an ability, right? The N key lets me release waves and start vibrating. I'd like to test this with some mobs. Let's spawn a zombie to see a bit of the damage we're talking about. Although it's not letting me charge the ability. Wait, hold on. Let's charge up the ability. It won't let me charge the ability. If I take damage, I can't charge the ability. Okay, let's charge it, and there it is. As you can see, it repels all the mobs around it. Then we have the M key, which, as I said, creates clones, right? And attacks with a beam that deals quite a lot of damage. Then we have B, which creates a clone. That's it. I understand it's to distract mobs. Okay, what are you doing, machine? Oh no, it's attacking enemies for me. And then we have V, which launches the beam directly without needing to clone, okay? And well, that's all it does. Seems simple, but it's quite a lot of work from the creator. There are tons of abilities. It's one of the creatures about to be released, and I hope it comes out soon. Personally, I'd improve the flying ability. It looks a bit, well, it's not flying, it's floating. So I'd either improve the speed or add something else, like the ability to make even more duplicates. I say this to balance it with the other powerful creatures, okay? I understand it's not their job to balance it, but to make it fit in, but it would be cool too, right? I did something like gliding over there. I'm not sure how I did it. No, actually I wasn't gliding, just flying. So there you have it, okay? I hope you liked it. How can we customize the colors of the Omnitrix and the Omnitrix with Omni crystals? Okay, let's go find them. As you can see, there are different colors. Let's take the most eye-catching ones. Red, blue, and yellow. Go. Well, and the green, right? Green? Oh, or lime. Or it's lime. Green or lime, right? When we have these Omni crystals, basically, we should get an Omnitrix workbench, which you can find in this structure here. I'll show you, okay? You can get it in that structure, or you can also craft it, okay? It has a bit of special crafting with Galvant's craft, but it's not that complicated, okay? That depends on us. So basically what we do is, as you see, if we place the Omnitrix here, okay, it lets us color it, okay? So we put red there, we make it red, or we can put it on that outline. There it is, as you can see, okay? The outer part should be blue, then the bottom with yellow lighting, then red lines, and this more. Look, we'll make this more red, this more bluish, and come on, let's finish coloring everything else. There we have our ugly, ugly, ugly Omnitrix, okay? So when we equip this Omnitrix, we'll be able to modify it, okay? Of course, for that, we'd obviously need to take off the Omnitrix, right? It's important that we have the ability to remove the Omnitrix to disable self-destruction and such, or place it before making modifications, but it's not much, okay? I'm telling you, it doesn't look very, very cool. On the other hand, there's something much cooler. We can customize the color right here from powers. If I make it bluish and hit play, it changes, see? You can see it changed for me. I think that's a customization you can do quickly and looks way better than how ugly the other one is, honestly. Alright, let's move on to the evolutions. How does it work? Fantastic. These are skills and combos that we should obviously unlock through powers and skill points. So these are all the different abilities. First we have Shadow Strike, which says right click to manifest shadow form. So we right click and perform a kind of dash. Then we have intangibility. We become immune to damage. After this phase, we can turn invisible with V and gain +1 attack, +4 defense, and take gas form. It says while intangible and flying, transform into a gas cloud to move quickly. This is what I showed you earlier. Possession. While intangible, possess and control another entity. Attack +1. The tentacle scare, which basically exposes the tentacles to frighten enemies by damaging and blinding them. And then the tentacle strike, which basically uses the tentacles to deal high damage and such. So you can see it. The V makes you invisible, okay? Then we have the B, okay? Which does this tentacle thing that scares you. Then we have the N, which does this pretty cool trick here. Let me try to do it again. The N, boom, boom, okay? And then we have the M, which I understand is the possession ability. I can possess a warden, for example, or not. If I switch to survival mode, let's see, the view. In invisible mode, I can't hit, but I'm invisible and it still sees me. By the way, with this creature, we can fly, okay? I mentioned it as a fun fact. We can't go through blocks. Maybe with the M we can, huh? With the M we can go through blocks. Right, of course. Okay, with the M we can go through blocks and stuff. Okay, now I get it. So yeah, it's that simple. Alright, let me introduce you to the Aerophibian, this Ben 10 creature that currently has... Well, it doesn't have any skills yet, okay? It's still in development, not yet. It's not fully developed, but the mod creator is already showcasing it to us, okay? We can fly with this creature. The flying animation with double space already exists. We won't have any way to level up with this creature, okay? As you can see, I don't gain any experience no matter what I defeat. It says, gain skill points by defeating mobs and such. Well, and I can't access the skills menu either, so nothing works yet, but... Hey, it's a way to preview future mobs we'll be getting and see how they'll be. Alright, let me introduce you to Sonorosian, okay? Another work in progress from the Ben 10 mod, but I had to show you guys. It has the ability to fly, and as you know, in the Ben 10 series, Sonorosian can duplicate himself and make lots of noise, right? That is literally shooting beams of sound. Theoretically, we already have an ability, right? The N key lets me shoot a bunch of waves and start vibrating. I'd like to test this with some mobs. Let's spawn a zombie to see a bit of the damage we're talking about. Though it won't let me charge the ability. Wait, hold on. Let's charge up the ability. It's not letting me charge the ability. If I take damage, no, I can't charge the ability. Okay, let's charge it, and there it is. As you can see, it repels all the mobs around it. Then we have the M key, which, like I said, makes clones, right? And attacks with a beam that deals quite a lot of damage. Then we have B, which creates a clone. That's it, I understand it's to distract mobs. Or what? Or what are you doing, machine? Oh no, it attacks enemies for me. And then we have V, which launches the beam directly without needing to clone, okay? And that's all it does. Seems simple, but it's quite impressive work from the creator. And yeah, there are tons of abilities. It's one of the creatures about to be released soon, hopefully. Personally, I'd improve the flying ability. It looks a bit Well, it's not flying, it's floating, so I'd either improve the speed or something, since it feels very slow, or add more abilities like extra cloning. I say this to balance it with the other powerful creatures, okay? I understand it's not their job to balance it, but to make it fit in. But it would be cool too, right? I did something like gliding over there. I'm not sure how I did it. No, well, I wasn't gliding, I was just flying. So there you have it, okay? Hope you enjoyed it. Alright, let me introduce you to Vactosaurian, a dinosaur that looks like, well, an alien that resembles a dinosaur from Ben Tennyson's species that can transform using the Omnitrix and stuff, okay? Basically, this character is still a work in progress, okay? Let's check out some of the abilities, like this expansion punch, this loop that the B button does, which basically creates a lightning ray, the N for dashing, and the M, which lets us grow bigger. I figure that when we grow larger, obviously, these types of attacks become more effective. The B button, by the way, destroy stuff, okay? Not sure if you can see it. I've used up the cooldown now. Look, we use B, and it destroys the blocks around, and see how they're left scattered there, huh? These have actual physics, see? This guy really put in the work, huh? We have to give this kid a perfect 10. I understand it'll be just 1, I don't know, but we have to give it a 10. They've really put in a ton of work. So, yeah, it's a creature that runs fast, moves quickly, has lots of armor, and 3 health bars. Not much else to comment on. It's a work in progress. I just wanted to show you the model. True, the model is fine, but I'm missing a bit of roundness or more detail. I'm not sure how to explain it, you know? Maybe I'm missing some... I get that the creature is just like that, but I need more detail, especially in the face. I think the face looks too flat. The body is okay, but those feet, wow, they don't seem realistic to me. Didn't it have claws? And they look like normal feet. It's like you're playing Roblox, literally, okay? That's what it reminds me of. I love all the other models, though. This one, well, again, it's a work in progress, so it's unfair to judge, right? The tail looks good. I like how it moves with the character and everything. So, yeah, that's all I've got for you.